318 Latino Podcast.
I'm the ESL project coordinator at Bpcc, and I've been doing this for about 15 years.
I'm the director of college transition programs at Bpcc, which is the department the ESL program is housed under. I've been with Bpcc for 13 years, and actually I'm about to finish my first year as the director.
I am going to be the new ESL instructor for adult programs at Bpcc, and so I'm excited to join the team. Most of my background was with working with international students at colleges before this. So
I'm going to be the Spanish HiSET instructor.
There have been a lot of changes in this area with the Hispanic community. When I first moved here, it was nil to non-existent. Today, I can drive down the road and get street tacos, so I'm really excited about that.
Bossier Parish Community College is the college for our community, and as the population of Hispanic students grows, we have a responsibility to the entire community, specifically to the Hispanic community, to provide them with the services that they need to be successful, to be able to take care of their families and themselves.
Well, obviously, everyone needs to be fluent in English as much as possible to open up as many opportunities as is possible. They need to support their children, their educational endeavors for their children. They're starting their own businesses. They're entering workplaces and progressing in their occupations from their countries and reinstating themselves here. So in order to do that, they need to get their English up to par so that they can continue that service in the United States.
I think that when you're talking about studying English, you're not just talking about a language, you're talking about opening up a new world to people. And so it's hard to separate the two. I mean, we're talking about American culture, the expectations. I try to make sure that there's always a safe space for students to ask weird questions, things that they might be embarrassed about. Because sometimes, they may even be experiencing something in their life, maybe, their children's teacher at school that they don't understand. And I think that these sort of programs provide that safe space to ask someone to explain it to them in a way that they can understand and make this world sort of more approachable to them. And so I think that's something I really enjoy about this type of work and why it's so important.
The HiSET is the name of the high school equivalency test that the state of Louisiana uses to provide adults with the opportunity to earn their high school equivalency diploma. It's offered in two languages, English and Spanish. And so again, going back to my point about serving the entire community, we're trying to make sure that we're able to provide our Spanish-speaking community with the opportunity to earn their Louisiana high school equivalency diploma in their native language, while at the same time, if they're interested, they can also learn English language skills. Once you get your high school equivalency diploma, you can enter into the workforce at that level. You can continue your education at post-secondary, at technical schools, the community college like Bpcc, and from there the sky's the limit. I mean, the opportunities to transfer to four-year university, if that's what they want to do, just get into the workforce. Again, it's like any diploma, it's a credential, right? It's a piece of paper that says you've completed this, now you can move forward.
La importancia de la educación, yo creo que abre puertas a no solamente nuevas oportunidades de educación o de trabajo, sino a ser un ciudadano del mundo. Porque realmente no estamos aquí para ser solamente ciudadanos de un lugar en específico, sino para abrir todo ese camino a nuevas vivencias. Y el que aprende, vive por medio de lo que lee, por medio de lo que aprende de otros, y yo creo que eso es la importancia de la educación. Sí, HiSET sería la equivalencia del grado de escuela secundaria. Es una oportunidad de poder avanzar académicamente y movernos entonces a estudiar otros cursos, ir a la universidad o conseguir un trabajo. Prácticamente es algo más que obtener el papel o el diploma que dice que tienes un grado de escuela secundaria, sino que te da la oportunidad de poder abrir o expandir tu conocimiento o las oportunidades educativas y de trabajo que nos puede ofrecer este país o cualquier otro lugar al que vayas. Ser hispana para mí es algo más que pertenecer a un país. Es pertenecer a un conglomerado de culturas, de costumbres y de formas de ver la vida que no puedes conseguir en ninguna otra parte del mundo. Ser hispano es ser herramienta para conectarte con otros países que no son hispanos. Ser hispano para mí es mi corazón, ¿sabes? Es todo. Es todo, y estoy aquí porque quiero aportar y traer el corazón del hispano a esta institución, básicamente.
Oh, la hispanidad para mí es muy importante porque en mi familia, mi abuelo, al lado de mi madre, fue de México. Y cuando él murió en el pasado, quisiera aprender cómo hablar español para reunirme con parte de mi familia y los costumbres, la música, la comida y más. Y estoy muy feliz que en esta parte de mi vida tengo oportunidad de compartir este conocimiento con los otros de la hispanidad, de la comunidad hispánica.
I think for me, it's not just a one-way street. It's a communication between. I feel like I get almost more than I give when I'm teaching. I always am amazed how much I learn from my students, and I really value that. I think if nothing else, it's being constantly reminded about things that I take for granted that I'm teaching to someone, and it's new and it's exciting, and just sort of being reminded to have that sense of wonder about things that and just the simplest things, whether it's it's new foods, or it's traditions or holidays, or things that I think most Americans take for granted. When you're having to work with international students, everything is new and exciting, and it keeps it fresh for me. So it's a little bit selfish that way, I think.
I think the best thing to do is to come to campus and meet with us in person. You can always email us or call us, but I feel like we're better in person. I think that's just true of everything, and we're better able to answer your questions. We have an online application for all of our programs, high school equivalency or ESL. But if you're interested even in just taking the college classes, or what we would call the academic classes, I would come up to the campus and meet with the people. Everyone at Bpcc is always welcoming the opportunity to show people around, to talk about our campus, to introduce you to people, to show you, to point you in the right direction for who do you need to talk to. If you're on campus for high school equivalency or English language, they know who we are, and I know there's a lot of people. It happens every day. They'll bring you to us. If you come to us and you're interested in, pursuing academic classes, we know where to take you. We know where to bring you. So I think the best place to start is Building D, the first floor, room 145 on Bpc's campus. That's Building D as in dog, and we'll be able to help you out wherever you need to go.
Cualquier persona que esté interesada en no solamente conseguir el equivalente de la escuela secundaria, sino también ser parte de los estudiantes de Bpcc en cualquier curso académico, puede acercarse al campus. Se puede escribir o se puede llamar. Igualmente se le va a proveer la información que necesitan, pero preferimos que haga una visita, o sugerimos que haga una visita en persona, porque no solamente vamos a conocer sus inquietudes o sus necesidades, sino que le podemos mostrar el campus e informarlos directamente de los pasos que se debe seguir para poder matricularse, y eventualmente puede comenzar yendo a las oficinas de edificio D, oficina 145, que sería el programa de transición al colegio.
For our program specifically, the high school equivalency and the ESL, they're free of charge. So you don't have to pay anything for those. Registration is free. Our initial assessments are free. The classes are free. So we've got you covered on that end. As far as like with the academic classes, unfortunately, there's not a lot of federal financial aid for undocumented individuals in the country. Now, we have students who go through our programs who are eligible for a scholarship, the Robert J. Wade Scholarship for International Students. That can help defer some of the cost. And then the college itself has, through the Bpcc Foundation, has opportunities to help students pay for those classes. But again, I think the most important part of our message is that your high school equivalency classes or your English language classes would be free.
Para poder aplicar o poder recibir la ayuda económica que puede ofrecer Bpcc, sería para equivalencia de cuarto año escuela secundaria, está cubierto, es completamente gratis. Si está interesado en algún curso académico, existen aún así un poco de ayudas como becas o fondos que se pueden obtener a través de una fundación que tiene la institución. Aparte de eso, lamentablemente la institución no tiene ayudas económicas para estudiantes que no tienen documentación o ciudadanía oficial en la ciudad de los Estados Unidos, pero sí se puede como quiera acercar para que puedan intentar por lo menos obtener el cuarto año o aplicar para alguna de estas becas o ayudas adicionales.
I'd like to add that ESL classes are not only available at the main campus of Bpcc, but we also offer classes through Catholic Charities in Shreveport and Cypress Baptist in Benton, as well as online.
And that we offer morning, evening classes. Try to be flexible with schedules.
Ven a Bpcc.
318 Latino Podcast.